Welcome back, guys. Apparently, AI is taking people's jobs now. Found a video here. It's called AI Took My Job, and here's what I'm doing next. I'm not going to work anymore, just be a stay at home bum. I'm just kidding about that part. Anyways, I think it's been pretty apparent that AI and even robots have been taking people's jobs, but it's pretty cool that we're seeing videos out here of people telling their story about AI taking their job because I haven't really seen too many videos, at least yet, on social media. Like I've seen tons of instances in real life where you'll see even robots basically delivering food to people instead of having a server like a waitress or a waiter giving the food. So I find it pretty interesting. And then even with like cashiers and clerks and just retail service jobs, they're replaced by just technology in general. You have people doing self checkout, all that stuff. So it's just not surprising that AI is starting to take over. So let's get right into the video and see what he says.
I just got laid off from my writing job. And I wanted to make this video to just warn everybody about what's coming and what they can expect to see, even if you don't work a similar job to me. I was a writer for a local news site, and I was getting paid pretty decently well. I wasn't like rich, but it definitely like paid the bills. And I just got out of a meeting where I was told that I would no longer be needed, or that my services would no longer be needed. Um, and they didn't give me the exact reasoning. They were really vague about it at first, but I asked some of my old coworkers about what happened, and they said it's because they started implementing new AI services. And at first I was like, that's really weird, because I feel like most people would be able to tell it's AI, like they wouldn't want to read it. But after looking through some of the stuff they've already generated, I realized that like damn, they're kind of right. Like it's a lot cheaper and faster to have AI generate something for you than to pay me to go write stuff for you. And it made me realize, like, I'm kind of lucky, actually. I got to experience this like first, which it sounds weird to be like, oh, that's lucky, but in my head is at least now I have time to prepare, because I'm like one of the first.
He's like, at least I have time to prepare. So this guy looks like he's probably a Gen Z. I'm a millennial, so he's definitely right in that sense that he has some time to prepare. I'm glad that this guy's very optimistic. I'm glad that he's so optimistic about it. I mean, for someone who just lost their job and to find out that it's been done, you've lost it because of AI. I feel like that's one of the type of jobs now that are starting to get replaced, whether that's just a writing job or any sort of creative services job where you're developing pictures or art or just writing in general. It's kind of interesting to see that those jobs are being replaced by AI, and some companies are realizing like, hey, this AI is so good that we can replace our workers with it. It's just kind of insane to look at it that way. And it's funny because you'll sit in a position like this where like him, and you'll sit there and you'll be like, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to me. But it's just interesting that a lot of people, even myself who works in an IT position, you do automation all the time. And sometimes I laugh it off. I'm like, oh, we're basically automating ourselves out of a job by creating this code that's going to do this work for us so we can do other work. But it's like if you start automating everything, and then then it's like, what work do you have left to do? It's all automated, and the the computers are doing all the work. So yeah, it's definitely possible to get replaced from artificial intelligence. And it's just, I don't know, I'm just glad he's so positive. And the thing is, he is lucky because there's a lot of people who are older. I want to say, like, Generation X and even millennials. If you haven't been getting on this technology trend and really learning what it's about and trying to get ahead of the curve in some way, I mean, there's just so many jobs that are getting automated, and people are losing those jobs. And when you're older, and let's say you have a very specific skill set that you've been using for years, and now guess what? Boom, it's gone. You have no income. It's like, what do you fall back on? This guy just said that he has, at least he has time to adjust and adapt, but things, even then, things are moving so rapidly, it is becoming hard to adapt. And especially if you're older and it's already difficult for you to adapt, it's going to be very difficult in just the corporate world that we have today in America. So yeah, let's let's see what else he has to say.
People to have this happen to them. Um, and I feel like it's kind of rare to hear people talk about it. And the reason I feel like I should make this video is because I saw someone else talk about losing their graphic design job. Um, and I was just thinking when I first saw that, I was like, that's not going to happen to me. Like, I'll make sure I'm not being made redundant. So I poured in more hours. I tried upskilling. I even took courses on how to write more persuasive. And I thought for a while I was doing pretty good. And it honestly happened in a similar way to the guy who got his graphic design job. Like, I guess his position was terminated. Um, it started with me getting like less assignments slowly. So I used to have like a lot to do in a week. I would have different articles to either start writing or have to edit someone else's article. And I was always on my feet. And then for the past like 2 weeks, it started slowing down a lot. There was days when I almost got nothing. And that's when I started getting like red flags. Like there was some alarms raising in my head because I was like, this is weird because they usually have me always working. And
Kind of sounds like they started testing out ChatGPT or some other sort of AI to do his job, to kind of do like a test pilot and be like, let's see how good this can do replacing this guy's job at a much probably cheaper rate. Because at the end of the day, companies, they only care about money, they care about income, they could care less, I feel like, whether like the bottom line. I mean, I'm sure there's companies out there where they want to have people, they care about having employees and the way that it feels and the way that it looks to have a big corporation with numbers, but at the same time, a lot of organizations, they care about the bottom line and they just want to make profits, they want to make money. But one thing that is interesting that I did notice is happening a lot more lately is the just the gig economy in general, in terms of people doing jobs that are not the norm, just not you doing your normal 9 to 5, like people who are out there, they're making their money hustling in their own way, whether it's driving, doing Uber, downloading a bunch of apps on their phone. Um, yeah, so I find that pretty interesting. Even this type of stuff too, where this guy's doing a video, it's a lot more personable. Me being here talking with you guys, it's a lot more personable. I I'm not some AI here talking back and forth with you, and you would notice it too. It's more personable. It's on a personal level. And I feel like it's making more of a comeback in a way because there's so much stuff in life that's so mundane now because of all the automation. It's like you go grocery shopping now and it's like, okay, you type on a pad, you don't even have a conversation with someone while you're checking out your groceries, or same thing with when you're going to pick up food. Instead of talking to someone, you order it on your app, you go pick it up, you don't even have an interaction with people. And I think it's just getting to the point where people are uh, craving someone to talk to, conversations, and just being around other people. So uh, that's also interesting to see that kind of taking a whole other direction while AI is exploding like crazy, taking jobs. So definitely some insights there.
just today, I hopped onto a meeting with my manager, and I didn't think much about it because I meet with my manager every week. And I was just thought it was going to be like every weekly meeting, and I was going to ask them like, hey, like, what's up? You guys don't have me doing that much work. Like, is there anything else you need me to do? And that's when they told me like, hey, you're not gonna be able to work here anymore. Um, and I asked why, and they gave a really vague answer. They said that they just were not needing. They kept repeating like, we're not in need of your services anymore. We're not in need of your position anymore. So it was not really like, I mean, I wasn't fired, I was laid off. So it was like a position termination. Um, but one thing that pisses me off is they couldn't tell me straight up, you know? I think it would have been a lot more respectful to just tell me, hey, the reason your position is getting terminated isn't because you lack skills, it's because we're moving to AI. And unfortunately, it is tough to say, but humans can't compete with AI. I mean, when you have something that works faster, cheaper, and more efficiently, it's like a no-brainer. Of course, businesses would want to go with AI, you know? And part of me is like really upset, and then another part of me kind of understands, like business owners, their job is to make money. And I'm not the type of person to hold too much grudges, so I'm just gonna like I'm telling myself like, this wasn't personal at all. And I was always complimented on my work. I always received, praise, and it made me feel like, okay, like my position's really secure. Even if AI becomes like super powerful, there's no way that I'm gonna get replaced. But obviously that didn't end up, or obviously that wasn't true. Um, so moving forward, because I maybe you've seen a video like this, maybe you haven't, but in the next couple months, you're going to start having a lot of these videos being posted, and a lot of people are going to see this. They're going to see like videos of people similar to me losing their jobs, and they probably won't get told why at first. So maybe people are going to be like all confused, and then they're going to realize it's because of AI. And that's because it keeps reaching new and new levels every single day. I'm an AI researcher on the side, and I dive into research papers like every single day. And I read a lot about it. I read about all the updates, and I guess honestly, it makes me kind of an idiot because reading all the updates, I should have saw something like this coming. But I was kind of in that bubble where it's like I'm, kind of. I guess it was cocky, you know, thinking that it doesn't matter how advanced it gets, I won't be replaced. But that's obviously not true. So from everything I've read online and the fact that this is happening to me, even though I really believed I was super safe, um, I think that most jobs, at least knowledge based work, is going to be replaced very, very soon. And a lot of people are going to end up without jobs. And I think the worst part about that is a lot of people are not prepared for something like that because this is a lot different from a normal layoff, right? A normal layoff, you can just go find an equal position at another company. But the issue with this type of layoff, when an AI takes your job, is that that position is going to be terminated at several companies, right? Because let's say company A is like, hey, we got a robot to do this for us cheaper and faster. Company B is going to be like, oh shit, I got to do that too. And company C and the whole alphabet, all the companies, they're going to start doing that. And they're going to start replacing their workers because their number one priority is making money. They don't have time to just cater to their employees, which really sucks. You know,
Well, okay, so I'm gonna leave the remainder of the video uh, in the description of the video. There's only 2 minutes left, but I want to just say a few more things, then kind of go through some of the comments and see what people are saying about his video. And he's right. Just like I said earlier, corporations, they just care about the bottom line. As a individual contributor, you're just a number. You're just another number to them. And a lot of companies, all they care about is that bottom line. They care about the shareholders. They want to see profits go up. They don't really care about anything else. So they will replace you if they can in a lot of instances. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I feel like we're kind of going in a direction in society where it's almost like with how advanced it is getting every day, as you were saying with AI, and he said you're going to see other posts out there. I haven't really looked too deep, but maybe I'll go out there and because this was posted a little while ago, maybe I'll go out there and see if there has been a lot more postings about AI taking their jobs. But I just found it really interesting. And I think, like I was saying, in the direction that we're going, it's almost as if you have to do more jobs that are just can't be replaced by AI. Like it's going to be very difficult to replace jobs like plumbers and electricians and carpenters. There's still a lot of just hands-on dirty jobs that you could do that just can't be replaced by AI. And maybe it will get that advanced where it's like, okay, the AI robot's here to work on my roof, work on my siding. Like, okay, okay, here comes a robot. He's coming to fix a toilet. And I'm joking about it now, but it's like it could be a reality before you know it. So it's pretty interesting and kind of scary because it's like you're seeing the robots out there now. You're seeing all of the AI and its capabilities now, and it's just pretty crazy. I'm going to scroll down here for a second and just kind of see what people are what people are saying about AI and losing your job. Okay, 2015, learn to code, bro. 2025, you're fired. Oh, dang. It's so funny because I remember right before COVID when I was looking for IT jobs and everyone was like, "Oh, you got to learn how to code. You got to learn how to code. Do a coding boot camp. Don't even go to college. Just do a coding boot camp, learn to code and you're guaranteed a job for life." And now it's like okay, you coded yourself right out of a job. It's just crazy that it's headed in that direction. 2025, you're fired. All right. So when I started working 20 years ago, we were 20 people working on the project. Then less and less people were required because more people became more skilled in multiple areas. Nowadays, they expect 2 to 3 people to know the work of a whole project team. I think with AI, it will only require one person to enter the prompts, test the changes, and apply them into production. That's true. Like I can see one person doing all the prompt engineering work because it's like even using AI now, it's crazy the capabilities. And it's funny, even the whole you would start with 20 people working on one project. It's interesting how even I don't know if you guys are familiar with a full stack developer is, but it's like full stack developer jobs I've seen posted before, and it's like you'd expect them to do front end web development, back end web development. You'd expect them to do databases. You'd expect them to do APIs. You'd expect them to do all of these different things. And it's like in reality, you would have whole teams where their whole job is just front end, a whole team that's just back end, a whole team that's doing databases, APIs, doing cloud technologies, doing security, doing networking, and now it's like you're expecting someone to come in and do one person come in and do everything. It's just nuts to me when I'd see those job postings. But I mean, yeah, it's just the direction we're going in society, I guess. This video was a lot better than I expected. I love your positive attitude. Good luck. I agree. He's very positive about this. I'm glad that he can look at the silver lining and realize that at least he has time to get ahead. But at the same time, with the way that AI is going, who knows? Like, I feel like it might just get more and more difficult for people. Like it's like you'll figure out one way to shift from that job to something else, and then once you got that new job, all of a sudden AI or something else is replacing that, and you got to keep shifting. And it's like hopefully it's not a trend that continues to just progress in that direction. This guy's saying, Phil here saying this is just the beginning. Anyone who thinks their job is safe from AI and automation is deluding themselves. That's basically what I was just saying. Yes, some jobs are harder to replace right now, but it's only time before a robot becomes a handyman that can do things twice as fast as a human. And that's kind of what I was saying there. It's like we joke about it now, but it could be in the future that that's happening. But okay, we're like family. Yeah, I hate that when they say we're like family. Yeah, sure we are. My 2 cents, start a business in the trades and scale it. Plumbing, electrical work, etc. God help us all. Yep, I'm a software engineer, afraid of AI. Yep, I mean, yeah, it's still scary. Even in your tech roles, it's like you don't want to say that it's impossible because it's definitely possible. But yep, AI is moving so fast, and it's like nobody cares about the people getting left behind. It's not fair. Well, yeah, I mean, it's almost depressing in a way, but I don't know. All we can do right now is adapt. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you feel the same way. Keep it light. Keep it happy. Or don't, or just shit talk. It is what it is. If you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Helps the algorithm. Or don't. I mean, if you don't like, yeah, just leave nasty comments. That helps too. So just I'm just doing this for fun, man. Anyways, until next time, catch you guys on the next one.